Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is July 1st, 2016, and today is Friday morning. Just keep in mind on Monday is July 4th. That's Independence Day in the United States. So there will be some holiday schedules for some of the commodities and indices that we trade. Forex should be untouched and unrelated to July 4th weekend. So just keep in mind that, Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is July 1st, 2016, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the economic calendar today, two things coming up. At 10 a.m. GBP manufacturing number, PMI number coming out, and then at 4 p.m. Out of the United States, we have another manufacturing PMI number coming out. So two numbers predominantly coming out today. Just keep in mind that Monday is Independence Day in the United States, July 4th. So it should, some symbols will be affected by it, including the indices and some of the commodities. Forex shouldn't be affected by it at all. But since the United States is not going to be, involved in the markets, things are a little bit lighter. So just keep aware of that for the Monday session trading. So looking at the markets, let's look at the Euro USD. Euro USD just loitering here at just below 111 here. Looking at a 4-hour chart. Let's look at a 1-hour chart. It's just hanging out here, 108.84. Almost hit this 109-ish level. Just hanging. Nothing really to write home about. As we've closed up a little bit of this indifference here. I want to highlight one thing here. Look at this tremendous sell-off. Okay. And the next graph I'm going to show you, you're going to see a correctional move that brings us back all the way to almost the same level. Okay, that shows some sort of strength. That shows some sort of resilience. Okay, whereas here, okay, we sold off, we bounced a little bit, finding some sort of turf, and then settling somewhere in the lower range of it. Okay, it did bounce a little bit more than 109.55. But it's still not, up in its upper range of 112-ish. It's still about 200 to 300 pips, 250 pips, let's say, still below what it originally was. Looking now at the Dow Jones, looking at a 1-hour chart, okay, this is that same sell-off that happened last week. This was the bounce. This was the double bottom, okay, and then we just took off since then. So this is from Monday. We just continued buying, and we're almost back, okay, 17,796. I was actually short on this on 17,886, and we're just shy of that, okay, we're about 100 points shy of that. So, ultimately looking at this, you see the resilience that the Dow Jones has come back. Okay, now this is a U.S. index, obviously, so it's shrugging off some of the negativity that's happening in Europe and England. So, this would be relative strength. This would show relative strength, where the Euro USD would show relative weakness. So, not to say that it wouldn't necessarily catch up, but it's showing you that it's relatively weak, okay, in comparison to each other. Looking at gold right now, gold rallying back to 1332. We had a nice sell-off yesterday. Someone was telling me at the webinar last night that he's been trading it and selling it and buying it between 1316 and 1322 and was making money yesterday. But as you can see here, we broke above that 1322 and we're at 1331. So inching up higher. Remember, my year goal is 14,000, 1450. So, as we inch back into that, I think we're going to hit it. We're at resistance right now, as you can see here, 1331. Let's see if we keep it or we're going to sell off. So that should be kind of interesting, seeing how the markets are still trading positively. Looking at oil right now, oil settling at 48.55. We had this rally from 46 to about 49.50-ish level, let's just call it, and then we sold off at 48.56, finally settling sometime this week. So, this has sold off. It's trading within a range. Now, if we look at a daily chart, you see we've been in this range between 40, 45-ish, 46, let's call it, and 51 since the beginning of May, and we've just been sideways trading. So, have to look to see, if it's going to break out in one direction or the other, okay, to see if there's going to be some sort of trending. So right now, we're almost in the middle of that range, but anywhere between this 51 and 46, you could definitely either buy it on 46 or sell it at 51, obviously putting stop losses, around that area. But definitely trading within this range, you could definitely make money just trading the range. Looking at the GBP Japanese yen, a little bit of resilience. I would say a little bit of a choppy trading this week. As you can see, we had this further sell-off. Excuse me, this was the sell-off of Brexit. I'm sorry, I thought we were looking at a 4-hour chart. Let's see there. Okay, this was the sell-off, and boom, it's still dead in the water. Okay, so it's still relatively weak. Okay, it looks like it's settling here ultimately. When will it bounce back? That's the question of the ages that everybody's asking. Okay, so but it's been dead. Okay, it's been trading dead here. Looking at the GBP USD also. Okay, they took it up all the way as high as 149-ish last week, which was really, somebody knew something about something. Okay, we always used to say that in our trading days, that someone knows something about something, and nothing is more evident than that in this trading over the past week, because there's no way, okay, there is no way that they rallied this so high. Okay, they rallied it so high, they pushed it as high as they could. If we look at a 4-hour chart, let's see if we can get it there. They pushed it up from 142 to 149 before the actual news came out. And about 12 o'clock at night, as the news started breaking about the Brexit, it started selling off, and obviously this is what happened towards the morning. But ultimately, it just feels like they pushed it up, and there was this correctional move was almost, a fade to this, to this squeeze up this way. So, ultimately, hindsight is 20/20. It's easier to look at the graph, and trading it was very difficult. But looking at this graph right now, we're at 132.92. So I'd like to see some sort of breakout in either direction to have any sort of conviction that this is going to be trending. So let's give it, some time. Let it settle. Maybe in the next month or so, it'll show us some sort of direction. This is Razak at CM Trading. Want to wish you guys a great weekend. Thank you.